Hi, guys. Good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be giving you my thoughts and episode review on the series premiere of the new CW show, Containment, which premiered earlier tonight. That was quite a first episode. I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good. And I should clarify when I say series premiere, I believe this is a limited series, meaning this is a 13-part mini-series event that we're going to be getting for the next, holy crap, like 13 weeks, because it's going to be on every Tuesday night. Starting tonight, it'll be on every Tuesday night on the CW. And it's a 13-part story, which makes a lot of sense because the only way you could tell a prolonged viral outbreak story is if it devolved into something else, like a zombie apocalypse, or like in a scenario in The Strain where people become monsters and stuff like that. Just having a drama about a viral outbreak drama, it makes sense to make it a limited series or a mini series. And I liked it so far. This first episode, it grabbed your attention right away. The opening shot shows you how quickly shit hits the fan in the show, and it even said in the bottom of the screen day 13, like day 13 of quarantine or containment. And it looks like people are going against each other, and they're looting and they're burning bodies, and the National Guard is taking people down, trying to calm people down. And we've already introduced to a variety of characters. We've got the two cops, the one cop with the girlfriend who wouldn't or would not move in with him. We've got the pregnant girl and her mother and her grandfather and her boyfriend who wants to have the baby with her. We've got this teacher who's a single mother with her own son and a class of like 12 or 14 elementary student kids who are all stuck in the hospital. And what's even more interesting is that they've already implied or said outright that this is all because of bioterrorism. Because the story, as we all saw, starts out with Syrian refugees being sought for infecting a doctor at the hospital, and she later succumbed to her symptoms and died, along with her boyfriend and a few other people that were exposed to this guy. And they're treating it like a national security matter because, like the cop points out, would we be going to all these extremes if he wasn't Middle Eastern? And sure enough, as they search his bags, they find a vial of the stuff, which is like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like not a newly created, but it's a touched up version of the avian flu or influenza. They said no, avian flu, and basically it's a super contagious, highly fatal, and to anybody who gets it. And now we've got a ton of our characters trapped in a hospital, and then we've got this entire block in the city of Atlanta now under lockdown, with characters on either side of the fence and either side of this quarantine. We've got the cops trying to deal with it in their own way while they're struggling with their own personal problems. And what's going to be interesting about this show is that you're going to have characters who are struggling with their own personal problems while handling and dealing with this crisis, because a lot of them are going to have responsibilities during this crisis, and how they're going to balance those two out, how they're going to juggle personal problems and emotions with a full-blown medical crisis, which could turn into a statewide or a nationwide health crisis. How people are going to keep it balanced, and how they're going to keep the pressure off themselves. So far, so good. I like what I've seen so far. I like how they got right to it. They didn't take a super long time setting it up. They pretty much kept it going beat after beat. They slowly, we were introduced to our characters, and at the same time, they kept going beat by beat. This is what's happening with patient zero, and what's going on with this new viral outbreak. And here are the steps that we're taking to prevent further spreading. And we're introduced to a multitude of characters, some more interesting than others. But what's really interesting is that some of them are now under lockdown, under containment. Some are trapped in the hospital. Some are trapped in this quarantine neighborhood. How their lives and paths will intersect and interact with one another is going to be very, very interesting. And how quickly the shit's going to hit the fan in the show will be very interesting to see as well. I already enjoyed the little shout out that the one cop gave while he was panicking. He's like, "It's like the zombie apocalypse, man." He's already freaking out, and he was handling his cool pretty well up till that point. But and then they showed us the bodies of like the first couple people who have died from this thing, and in the end, they kind of do look like zombies because they've got blood coming down from their nose and their mouth and their ears, and then their eyes are just bright dead yellow. And and the one guy, the patient zero, the Syrian refugee who was smuggled aboard in a plane onto the into America. You know, it was like showing how it can turn some people violent before the end and how quickly and fast it spreads, which is really scary, which I think is going to make this show obviously much more realistic than Walking Dead or The Strain, because you don't really need the supernatural element of zombies or vampires, strigoi. All you need is good old-fashioned human drama mixed with super high stakes, which is like the high stakes now is trying to contain this pathogen which is quickly spreading throughout this Atlanta neighborhood, and if not just this neighborhood, soon throughout the entire city, and all these different characters and how their paths will collide with one another. So I'm excited about it. I'm going to keep watching the show unless I get sick of it or if something else changes for me. But I like it. I would recommend it to anybody else who would enjoy it. Even though it doesn't have any monsters in it, people, those of you who enjoy shows like The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, The Strain, that has that element of mystery to it as to where and how these crises started, and how it affects and infects people. This might be the show for you. It's very interesting so far. I like it, so I'm going to keep watching it. Pretty good, solid premiere episode, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the miniseries, as I hope you guys are too. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series premiere as much as I did. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more episode reviews like this, and don't forget to like this video. Check out my Facebook page down in the link below. What did you guys think of this series premiere? Please leave your thoughts, opinion, and feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. As usual, let's please keep it civil and be respectful of one another's beliefs and opinions. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys will continue to watch Containment along with me for the next several weeks, and have a great rest of the night. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.